What is up, everyone? It's DV, and today we're going to actually be doing an islands trivia. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun because I did reset my island. I actually reset it. And you're like, dude, what? Yeah, this is probably a big surprise. I reset my island, okay? You can't bully me. Don't bully me because I reset. You cannot bully me. Let me tell you, the reason why I did this is I needed a fresh start. I did lose my legacy food processor for a good reason, and I was super bummed out by that. And every single time I would see my Spire, I would see no food processor. I just miss it. I miss it, okay? So today we're going to actually be trying to move on, and we're going to be getting into this new island, which is going to give me a fresh start in the game. And just like every island and every single time I reset in the game, it really opens a new chapter of me playing islands and gives me just kind of a motivation to do some new cool stuff. So now I am actually going to be working on a new island, but while I'm working on this new island, we're going to start a trivia. So give me a little bit of time to plan this because I have some really cool ideas. Plus, here's the other reason. Honestly, this is probably about 50% of the reason why I reset. This really gave me a motivation. I really hated my bedrock. I really hated it. So now we don't have any bedrock. It gives us the ability to do some really, really cool builds, being able to drop straight down. So anytime people spawn in, I can actually send them somewhere else. But before I begin, if you can do me a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, that would be awesome because we're going to go straight into the trivia. And I want to know, how well do you know your islands? How well do you know this game? Let's test your knowledge. Let's see if you are legitimately the master of information in islands. And let me know your score. So basically, for every item that you get right, you're going to give yourself a point. And for every item you get wrong, just don't give yourself a point, okay? So you basically just don't get anything. Oh, look at the light. It looks so cool. Looks so cool on my face. But, oh wait, how does it look with the shadows? Hold on. Does it look just as awesome? It doesn't. That looks kind of weird. Let's turn that back off. Okay, thank you, Roblox. And like I said, and at the end, I will actually give you a score that you need to make. And based on the score, I will give you a rating, okay? So there's no losing in this. Well, okay, there's a possibility for losing, okay? There is a possibility that you could lose very, very badly in this game. All right, for question number 1, what is the first name of islands? So what name did islands first launch with? Is it A, Skyblocks, B, Skyblock, C, Sky Islands, or D, just straight up islands? If you chose B, Skyblock, give yourself a point. Next question is, how much does wheat sell for? So when you go to the vendor outside and sell crops, how much does wheat sell for? This one's going to be pretty easy, so think about it. Is it A, 10 coins, B, 7 coins, C, 5 coins, or D, 2 coins? Think about it for a bit. No cheating, no cheating. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you. It is 7 coins. I knew that. That's why there's an option. Next question is, what's the combat level required for reaching diamond mines? So in order to be able to access the diamond mines, what combat level do you need? Is it A, 35, B, 42, C, 50, or D, 60? You ready for it? Here we go. I'm going to show you right now. Right there, level 50. So if you chose C50, give yourself a point. So the next question is, what is the current coin cap in the game as of this video? Because that might change every now and then. So what is the coin cap currently? What's the max amount of coins you could have in the game? Is it A, 50 million coins, B, 100 million coins, C, 150 million coins, or D, 200 million coins? If you chose C, 150 million coins, give yourself a point. Next question takes you back to some roots. So if you're an OG player, you're going to be able to get this one, hopefully. If you're fairly new to the game, this one's going to be a little hard. So extra points to those of you that have been playing the game for a while. So what was required to access Slime Island originally? So what was actually required originally to access this portal? Is it A, nothing, kind of like how it is now, B, slime key, C, slime key plus sword, or D, combat level 5? And if you chose slime key with sword, give yourself a point. You used to have to require a wooden sword or some kind of weapon, plus a slime key you could actually buy from the adventurer back then in order to be able to access Slime Island. Before, you wouldn't be able to go in without that. So next one's going to be a little harder, and this is really great for some of the OG players again. Who discovered the ability to zipline with a fishing rod? So you remember, we can actually zipline using fishing rods, using a little bobber, and then just using glass and stuff. If you don't know how to do this yet, let me know if you need a tutorial on how to do that in the comments below. Happy to show you a zipline build. But who discovered ziplining with the fishing rod? Is it A, Jesse TC, B, DV, aka me, C, Mayrush Art, or D, Liam Wee? If you chose C, Mayrush Art, you got it. So Mayrush actually created the first video for the zipline technique, and while he might have gotten it from someone else, he's really the one to actually bring it to the world and was the original creator to expose it to everyone. So if you got that correctly, give yourself another point. Next question is, who discovered no clipping through walls? Is it A, Not an Islands player, B, DV, aka me, C, Bob the Builder, or D, Panda Plays? If you got A, Not an Islands player, you are correct. Even though Panda posted the original no-clip method, which is pretty much how most players do it today, it's actually a technique that is used outside of Islands and pretty much a Roblox specific glitch. So we don't really know who found this because it kind of goes back too far. It's just a Roblox glitch with tools. But shout out to Panda Plays, who doesn't really make videos anymore. I don't know why he stopped making videos. I know he still plays Roblox because I see some badges every now and then on his account, but I don't really know what happened to him. So Panda Plays, if you're still playing Islands, give me a shout. Hit me up. All right, next up is what is required to make a vending machine? Is it A, money, B, cry iron plus gold plus green gears? Is it C, iron plus steel plus yellow blocks? Or D, cry gold plus gold? If you selected A, you're wrong. You're wrong. You can put money inside the machine, but no, you're wrong. But if you chose B, give yourself a point. Next question is, what is the max number of blocks you can build from side to side of your island to the other side? So if you're gonna actually go on your island and build from one side all the way to the other, how many blocks are required? Is it A, 500 blocks, B, 445 blocks, C, 667 blocks, or D, 1,000 blocks? This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I think you'll get it. I think you'll figure it out. If you chose C, 667, give yourself a point. Give yourself a point. Next up is, do conveyor chests need to be placed on a block? Is it A, yes, B, no, no idea, or unsubbed? Wait, unsubbed. No. It's got to be one of the first three, okay? It's not D. Let me just give you a clue. All right, so if you chose A, yes, then you are correct. Conveyor chests will only be placed if you put them on a block. Next question is, do conveyors need to be placed on a block? Very similar to the last question, but a little different. Same options. Is it A, yes, B, no, C, no idea, or D, unsubbed? Hey, no. It's one of the first three, okay? It's one of the first three. Okay, if you chose A, yes, you're wrong. It actually doesn't need to be placed on top of a block. It can actually be placed besides a block or directly connected to another conveyor. It does not actually need to be placed on top of a block. They actually free float. So you can actually float them in the air without being placed on any kind of block. Next question is, what's the max number of berry seeds you can have in your inventory? Is it A, I have none? Wait. That's not a good answer. B, berries are cool. Again, really bad answer option. I don't know who wrote these. C, 1,000, or D, 10,000. If you chose D, 10,000, you are correct. So the current limit is 10,000 berry seeds for your inventory. Next question is, how many players can you have on a published island? Is it A, 30, B, 50, C, 60, or D, a lot? All right, if you chose 60, you are correct. That's it right there. Max of 60. So you can have up to 60 players. And of course, if you chose D, a lot, I mean, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Next question is, do published islands load your own island? So whenever you load a published island, does your island actually load with it? So is it A, yes, B, I don't know, C, no, or D, Robux, please? Wait, Robux, please. No Robux. Stop asking me for Robux. All right, if you chose A, yes, you're wrong. If you chose B, I don't know. I mean, technically you're right, but you're wrong. That's not an answer. But if you chose C, then give yourself a point because it is a no. There is no island loaded. Whenever you load someone's published island, you're only loading their island into Roblox. Next question is, can you go to Slime Island on a published server? Can you access Slime Island while being on a published server? Is it A, yes, B, I don't know, C, no, or D, smelter please? Wait, smelter please? Come on, really? Really? You're trolling me now. You're trolling me. If you chose C, no, then you're correct. Give yourself a point. Next question is, which of these can actually kill you? Is it A, Grill Me 99, B, the Void, C, Resetting, or D, the Nomad? If you chose A, then you're absolutely correct. She can actually kill you, and she has killed me many times by spawning mobs on our island. So yes, Dev can actually kill you. So give yourself a point if you chose A. Next question is, how long does it take to harvest starfruit? Is it A, press F, B, 4 minutes and 30 seconds, C, 6 minutes, or D, 5 minutes and 20 seconds? If you chose C for 6 minutes, give yourself a point. It is actually a little bit over 6 minutes, but it's just by a few seconds, and there's a little bit of RNG in there, so sometimes it's not exactly 6 minutes. It really depends on the server's timing. Next question is, can you get seeds from harvesting starfruit? Is it A, yes, B, no, C, depends, or D, add me? What, add me? That's not an option. That's not an option. If you chose C for depends, you're absolutely right. Give yourself a point. The problem is you can get seeds from some starfruit, but not all starfruit. So you can get seeds from starfruit on Buffalo Core Island or while you're visiting Wizard Island, but you cannot get it from harvesting on your own island. So like I said, it depends on where you're getting it. It depends on the starfruit that you're actually harvesting. Next question is, how do you get cactus seeds? Is it A, yes, B, I don't know, C, from Nomad, or D, from quests? I don't know what that A option is. Yes, that's weird. All right, if you chose D for quests, you got a point. And if you chose C from Nomad, give yourself a point as well. So either of those are correct. Technically, both of those are correct, so go ahead and give yourself a point. Next up is, what does Fertility Potion do? Is it A, faster run speed, B, more damage, C, makes my animals breed, or D, heals you? If you chose C, makes my animals breed, give yourself a point. Next question is, what was required to make Formula 86? Is it A, squirrels, B, candy, C, apples, or D, squirrels? Wait, why squirrels isn't here twice? Who's writing these? Who's writing these? It's absolutely horrible. All right, so if you chose C for apples, you're absolutely wrong. But if you chose B for candy, give yourself a point. You needed chocolate bars, lollipops, and orange candy to be able to make that Formula 86. Next question is, what turned into torches? Is it A, coal, B, test torch, C, pickle? Yeah, that's right. That's right, pickle. Or is it D, fire? Funny. That's a funny one. All right, if you got B for test torch, give yourself a point. All of my test torches actually turned into regular torches, and I lost a lot of money that day. I think I lost about like 200 million that day. That was a really rough day. Next question is the cutlass more, less, or equal to the damage of an aquamarine sword? Start with A, less, B, more, C, equal, or D, cutlass. What? You don't know what a cutlass is? Oh my gosh. Who are you? And what did you do with your brain? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. If you got D, cutlass what? Don't give yourself a point. Just don't. Just move on to the next question. But if you did C for equal, then give yourself a point. It's actually a reskin. It's almost like a skin of the aquamarine sword. So it's pretty much the same thing. Next up is, what is the Kong axe equivalent to? Very similar to the previous one, but what item is it equivalent to? Is it A, nothing, B, iron war axe, C, a gilded steel hammer, or D, gilded steel axe? If you chose C, gilded steel hammer, give yourself a point. Next question is, how do you get out of the slow effect of core? So if you're stuck on core and you get hit by the slowing like cloud, how do you get out of that? Is it A, by resetting, B, using the Vampo, C, fertility potion, or D, Robux? Robux, what? How are you gonna get out of it with Robux? That's so weird. All right, if you chose B, Vampo, give yourself a point. So whenever you shoot the Vampo at the core, you actually get out of the slow effect immediately. Resetting will actually retain the slow effect on your character, even if you reset. Next up is, what mystery island appeared and disappeared recently in Islands? So what island appeared and disappeared recently in Islands? Is it A, PvP Island, B, Fish Festival Island, C, Balloon Island, or D, DV's Island? What? Still here? It's still here? I just reset it. If you chose C, Balloon Island, give yourself a point. Recently, we had an island with a bunch of hot air balloons, and it looked really cool, but they kind of took it away. Next question is, how do you reach the diamond mines? Is it through A, Uber? Come on, really, Uber? B, hacks? Really? C, Buffalo Core Island Cave, or D, with style? Man, that's a tough one. I like that one. That's how I get there. All right, if you got the most obvious one of all, C, Buffalo Core Island Cave, give yourself a point. All others, just don't. Just skip. Next up, how do you make a nether portal? Is it A, by asking Liamwe, B, through portal crystal, C, resetting your island twice, or D, evil cow? I think this is kind of obvious. I think this one's kind of obvious, but maybe it's not. If you chose A, asking Liamwe, that is correct. Just go ask him, okay? Just go ask him on the Discord. Just send him a message. He's gonna love it. He's gonna so unfriend me. Next question is, what crop is the fastest to harvest in islands? Is it A, wheat, B, grape, C, berries, or D, radish? If you chose A for wheat, give yourself a point. It is really close to grapes. It is honestly the fastest growing crop. Grapes is just a little slower by a hair. It's by like, I think it's like 10 seconds. So if you chose A for wheat, give yourself a point. And then finally, final question, okay? Final question. What block is hardest to break? Is it A, DV's Discord DMs? I don't block anyone. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Or B, diamond blocks, C, bedrock, or D, sandstone blocks? All right, if you chose C for bedrock, you got it. It's pretty much the only unbreakable block in the game. So if you got bedrock, you got it. Okay, so add up your points. If you got 30 points, you are a master at this game. You know everything about it. In fact, you're probably just me. You're probably just me because I made these questions and knew all the answers. Now, if you got 20 correct out of the 30, give yourself a huge pat on your back because you are a pro. That is actually pretty impressive. Now, if you only got 10 out of the 30, you're kind of, you know, you're getting there. I'll call you an intermediate player. I'll call you an intermediate player. And if you got less than 10, I'm going to call you kind of a noob. You're kind of new still and you need some work. So go retake the test. Just retake it. Let's fix this. Go retake the test. Now that you know everything, go retake it. It's okay. Just don't get a 30, okay? Because that's cheating. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a lot of fun with this trivia. I did. I certainly had a lot of fun making it. I really don't know who wrote half of this stuff because some of it's just really cringe. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. And be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.